14 podcast, and folks, the exciting days are officially over. We don't talk about trades anymore because they did happen, and the Toronto Blue Jays were very, very active over the past couple days. Avery, how does it feel? Like, how does it feel to be a seller? How does being a seller feel?
Yesterday and the day before were awesome until we watched the baseball games on the field.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the bullpen stinks. I can't believe we got another Paulo Espino start. I came on these airways just a couple days ago and said I thought it was going to be Bloss for sure. I thought it was going to be his time. They'd give it. He did just skip AAA when he was with the
Yeah,
Astros.
it's
So it
kind of
makes
dumb.
sense. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to give him the rest of this year in AAA. But that means we might actually no. I think we'll get Bowden starts over more Espino starts. Still, I don't want to see him pitch anymore. And then Yuri Rodriguez comes in and Jackson Holiday hits the furthest home run he's ever going to hit in his career for his first ever one. And yeah, that kind of put a damper on it, but we're not looking for this season. The season's dead. We've known for months. It's official. I'm fine with it. I like what they did. Do I think it's enough for Ross to keep his job? Probably. I thought he was going to keep his job no matter what. They were just going to keep him because it's the easy way to do it. But here we are, man. New ball club, a totally new ball club.
Yeah, it's listen. I this is what sucks to me, Avery, because listen, we can all put on this fake facade and be happy like, oh, we got this, we got that. We're on to 2025. Like we
Maybe
do
six,
maybe six. Like right now, Avery, we have nothing to look forward to for another, what is it, 9 months, right? Like that's it. That's it. Like we're in hell. We're gonna be watching the games we watched today, where it's a murder
Yep.
for the next 2.5 months. And you know what? We're gonna have to enjoy it. And I wanted to make this point because you could have both. You could agree to both things. One, you could say Ross Atkins did a great job in the trade deadline. You can give him his flowers for that. And two, you could say he also deserves to be fired because he's the man that got us into this position. We should not have been sellers in the year 2024 after we heard the baby Blue Jays. Like, this is going to be the glory years coming up. Bo, Vladdy, Springer, Biggio, all these guys. You have Gossman, Bassett, and they are sellers at the deadline. Year 3 or 4 into this baby Blue Jays. Holy shit, the dynasty starting. Yeah, like kind of like an Astros dynasty thing. This is embarrassing. And the fact that we have to kind of be happy with Ross Atkins over the trade deadline, sure. But I'm not happy, man. I'm not happy being a loser. We are pathetic losers. This team sucks. They are a bad baseball team. And next year, they might be even fucking worse. It's like, man, how do we get it sucks that we have to give our flowers to a guy that is the reason why we are in this place in the first place. That's what pisses me off.
I think Ross Atkins, the best thing about him is his trades. He's had no problem making good trades since he's been here.
Oh, we're gonna have some comments about the Moreno
Sure, but they're like Dalton Varsho came over here and was the top tier defender. Like he's decent at making trades. I think that's one of the best things about him. It's some other things that happened this season. The signings weren't very good. So yeah, like if he just trades all the time, we could be happy with him. We could be AJ Preller. That's his name, right? The
AJ Preller rocks. But this is the thing. It sucks. Like I would have never. And I know we have these little fake pessimist people that are going to be like, oh, I knew the Jays were going to suck this year. No, you didn't. You did not think the Jays were going to be a 65, 70 win team in the year 2024. Give your head a shake. There's no one that believed that. It just, the harsh reality is, Avery, it's like, what are we watching over the next 2 months?
Nothing.
We're
watching some guys play for their major league careers. Like, Addison Barger is now in that spot, or Elvis Martinez should have been here as well. Is probably the biggest loser of this season
Yeah.
is Elvis
Yeah.
Martinez.
That might
Could
be a
have,
Gate 14 award as loser of the year, or Elvis.
yeah, like, he had the pathway to so much playing time these last 2 months to get his feet wet for the Blue Jays to see him in the big leagues, and he's not doing that. He's trying to start a family,
Yeah.
um, which is good. Like, I'm not gonna chirp
Like
him
he
for
would have
that
played every single day.
for sure.
Like,
That's what you wanted him to do. That's why you called him up in the first place. He's the top prospect. It was perfect for him, and he fucked it, dude.
he like literally the best chance for him to be an everyday baseball, a major league baseball player, and he ruined it.
I'll say, like, Leo, I don't really care to see play that much every day.
Barrera.
Baroa, yeah, those types of players that are just all the contact. I'm a little like fine to see them, but it's like Barger and that style. Like, Barger's the one who I want to see take a job for next season. That's the main one there. The other guys are just like quick defense, solid contact guys. Like,
Yeah.
I think you can find those, right? Like, you have Ernie doing that as well. So unless we find some guys like big old power, like Paul Maggiani, I'd be fine to take a chance. Like, guys who can hit for power, because I think they have good enough contact guys. This Davis whole situation too. Maybe
Yeah.
he's just kind of the one I'm hoping to see, because we haven't seen a good Davis Schneider in a little bit,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
He's
So
slumping.
yeah, I think Barger's the next one to try and take a job. Loperfido did his thing today.
Nice
Hard
little
hit,
100. What was it, 105 mile an hour single?
106 and 2 strikeouts, like just the Joey Loperfido way. We're gonna get used to that as well. So get some guys to win jobs. So I don't think Brian Servin's gonna be the second
Oh my
catcher.
god, you were so right, dude. He stinks.
Like, it's hard to be good in the major. I'm not gonna chirp him
Yeah,
for.
I know we're not chirping of Avery, but you when you brought up his weighted runs created plus, and then I brought up his AAA stats, I was like, all right, maybe he could be like a little bit serviceable. No.
Yeah, it's
Um,
the Orioles manager came out, and we've talked about it before, said that it's probably the biggest gap he's ever seen from AAA to the majors. And then
yeah,
Brian Servin's get good in AAA, and right now it hasn't been so
it's
good.
safe to say he's not that great in the majors right now. Oh, this is funny. I don't know, man. It's a
I think
sad
they
day.
can. I also think they can rebuild some pieces to the bullpen with guys that are being DFA'd these couple days.
Well, the Ryan Yarbrough one was crazy,
That's
right?
not a guy that I'm like really banking on
But
for
he's
sure.
been not bad this year.
No, but they got some bullpen help as well. Like, you get Michael Kopech, and you're fine to do. I think they DFA'd some other guys as well, but there's the Astros just DFA'd Montero, I believe. If you can pick some of those guys up, you can start piecing together a bullpen, because bullpens are insane. The year to
Well,
year
Ryan
trend.
Burrs actually looked pretty good. It looked great today. A little 3 punchies.
Yeah, weird little dust up. I don't know what was happening with him. I think it was the hottest day of all time, because Varsho came out of the game for heat related illness.
Wait,
And
what happened with Burr? I didn't see that.
Burr, there was runners on first, so he gives up 2 hits, and then everyone comes out, and he just kind of he's looking around. He gets down, he squats, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Doesn't throw a warm up
Holy
pitch.
shit, I didn't see that.
Yeah, he doesn't throw a warm up pitch, so I didn't think he was hurt, and yeah, he's just fine. But
Oh,
3 punchies, man, you'll take it. And by the skin of his dick, does he not give up a 3-run shot to Jackson Holiday?
yeah, that would have been bad. That would have been really bad. But let's go over the trades here, Avery. I'm gonna do a little fun exercise. I'm gonna give player comparisons for every guy that has been traded
Okay.
to the Toronto Blue Jays. All the minor league guys. We're not gonna do like maybe
Hmm.
Loperfido we can include in there, but
Okay.
I'll compare it to Jays. Maybe. We'll see.
No, I think you should do everyone. Just
Okay.
don't close your mind off. Just
Okay.
first one that comes to mind. Well, Ryan Yarbrough reminds you of Ryan Yarbrough, because you've
Yes,
seen him.
he's in the show.
Okay. Part of the Trevor Richards Hall, Jay Harry. Lefty bat, righty throw.
Rick and Keel when he had the yips.
I like that. That's a high upside for our friend Jay Harry. 5'11",
That guy
190.
sucks, by the way. That Jay Harry guy, I'm gonna call right now. Bust.
He's got more walks than strikeouts, and he's He's hitting 336 in Greensboro.
Bust.
So 6th-round pick. The return for IKF, Charles McAdoo.
This is a fun one.
Yeah,
Chris Davis.
we didn't even talk about some of these guys.
Yeah, we'll talk
trades.
about the trades right after we do the comparison. So
okay,
that trade, he's a Chris Davis. Very weird swing.
which K or C Davis?
Okay.
K Davis. All right.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna hit for average, but I think he's just gonna hit like 100 bombs.
He's gonna hit 247 every year.
Yeah. That's my comparison. Chris Davis. Honestly, I see a little bit. He looks like Josh Bell. Like if you look at his face, he looks a little bit like Josh Bell, like the dreads Josh Bell, the Pittsburgh Pirates Josh Bell. I love this kid. I'm ready to consider this trade a fleecing. Don't clip me saying I love this kid, by the way. That's fucked up. This kid,
he's grown. He's grown.
He's nasty though. Like read his stats out here. He's like pretty fucking good.
Yeah, Altoona. You posted them as well.
I'll pull it up right now. I have a stat.
I think he's got 14 home runs this year and 21 stolen bases, and hitting like 315.
So yeah, this is the guy they traded. So he's hitting 315, 17 stolen bases, 14 bombs, and a 932 OPS. The guy they got for IKF, in my opinion, was probably one of the besides the Coochie one. It's like a one. I don't really care about prospects, but I'll be paying attention to this guy. He rocks. It just his swing is so weird.
His swing might be ugly. I don't know how he has so much juice.
I don't know how he has juice.
One hand follow through.
And I also don't know how he is his timing's there. It looks so slow, like all of it.
Yeah. Hey, he's hitting the ball out of the ballpark. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah. By the way, the video the Blue Jays tweeted of his home run, and I believe it was Bradenton, and the announcer was having an orgasm on that video was crazy. I might do that for the episode when I drop the episode tomorrow, like on the tweet. The guy announcer was moaning. It was the craziest tweet I've ever seen.
He was like Charlie, the commentator.
Yeah. Oh no. This was a fleecing from the Ross Atkins. I am all in. Thank you, IKF, for your service, by the way.
Yes. IKF, one of the best Blue Jays of all time.
Yeah.
Outperformed his contract and got traded.
Yeah, he did the opposite of Kiermaier.
Yeah, he at no point was he bad. He
was not bad ever.
Yeah, he got out of here early. It's perfect.
And like, if you're IKF, like, do you even tell people you played for the Toronto Blue Jays? Like, he played here for what, 2 months? Like, he wasn't healthy for like 2 months, right?
Oh yeah, I forgot he was hurt for a little bit of that.
Yeah, IKF. I would love to stay in your place. I would love to stay in your new place.
Who do you think's taking over whose apartment? Like where's Joey Loperfido staying?
I think Joey Loperfido's gonna get something close to College Street. Not saying that he's Italian, so he probably wants to. He's from Jersey, so I'm assuming he's gonna get something near there. By the way, never mind. I'm not gonna hint it. I'm gonna hint it. Joey Loperfido will probably be coming on the show next week. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you, Johnny Sources. We got that shit on lock. But anyways, yeah, he's probably gonna stay somewhere near college. I don't know how that works because I know Espinal's old place is where Ernie and Davis are staying, right?
Yep, I believe so.
So I'm not sure where those guys are going to stay. Loperfido is probably at the Marriott.
Yeah, he's in the hotel. Okay, Jake Bloss, what is his major league comparable?
Jake Bloss. He's a righty, right?
Yep.
Jake Bloss. Tanner Houck.
Okay.
Nice. Tanner Houck.
Good Tanner Houck or bad
Good Tanner Houck. Before the All-Star break, Tanner Houck.
Okay.
I'm very intrigued with this Jake Bloss guy. I don't know why some people, like some Astros fans, were talking shit about him in our comment section on that video. By the way, Astros fans trying to like cope in our comment section was crazy. But yeah, I don't know, Avery. Like, what? I know we talked about it like pretty in length, but like, what are your thoughts on this Jake Bloss guy? Like, what? He moved up so fast. It's like hard to tell.
Yeah, sorry. He did pitch in Sugarland, 1 start, 4 innings he's pitched, but he started an A-ball this year.
Yeah.
A-ball, and then AA, AAA into the majors.
I don't know if people know this, Avery. The Toronto Blue Jays have sent him to the Florida complex.
Really?
You know that?
I didn't know that. I thought he went to
the Toronto Blue Jays sent him to the Florida complex to work with all their like
You're good. You're pretty much shutting him down at that point.
Yeah. they're sending him there to just work with their systems. Maybe he'll get like a 1 or 2 starts at the end of the year.
Okay, that's just screams pitch design. That's what they want to do down there.
Yeah,
Some things. Okay.
yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, the numbers have been pretty good. I would love to see the heater get more swing and miss. And everyone was on it at the big league level. So I like what they're taking with him because it's a lost season. He's 23. He pitched 4 innings in AAA this year. Not
Yeah.
that everyone needs AAA, but that's how quick they put him through the system. He was pitching. He was the Big East pitcher of the year last season. Like, let's not.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, 2023 Big East pitcher of the year. So, um, yeah, that's his deal. I like that move actually. Joey Loperfido, left bat, right throw.
Kyle Tucker. Listen, I cannot be more in on Joey Loperfido. He looks like he's 12 years old, by the way.
He does.
Like he looks like he was born in 2012, maybe. But god damn it. Does that guy like that swing he put on that ball today, the 105-mile-an-hour single, rocked. When
Yes.
and even some of the swings and misses, we were watching it at work. It's like, all right, Joey, these are some big dog swings. But
the first swing he took off Grayson Rodriguez was great. He fouled
Yeah.
straight back.
Yeah.
It was a really nice swing. But we have a concern about his numbers that I was looking at. He is whiffing 48% of the time on secondary pitches.
Okay.
That we're gonna
Okay.
need to get under control at some point, be able to hit the off-speed pitch.
Yeah.
But that is his next step, Joey Loperfido. Will Wagner, utility, left bat, right throw, 26 years old.
Nepo baby. So I'm gonna go with Kevin Biggio.
Perfect. Really good. Yep.
Yeah, he's a Kevin Biggio. He's our new Kevin Biggio. But I know all the profiles there. You talked about this on the last pod we did a couple days ago, that he is essentially just Spencer Horwitz, like the exact same stats as Spencer Horwitz, right?
Yeah, doing less damage, making more contact, but very similar based on just their AAA numbers. So, yeah, we'll
probably see him, right? I mean, we gotta see. Why not?
Probably, like, you can loop those guys in and out, right? Yeah, like Jimenez, Baroa, those are the guys that are going to kind of cycle through here. And then once rosters expand a little bit, you should get more of that. So
I'm good on Baroa. I'll probably say I think I'm good on Baroa. I think
like he's kind of, I know he's in the majors now, but more like just a depth piece kind of. I don't see the big picture of him being an awesome top tier major leaguer.
That's fair.
Yeah. And not everyone's a top tier major leaguer. You need people who are just there to play as well. Some days. Okay. Joey Loperfido's college teammate at Duke, RJ Schreck, left hitter, right throw, outfielder, 24 years old.
Is he an infielder?
Nope, outfield.
Okay. Frank Catalanato.
You didn't want to do that with Loperfido?
Yeah, now I think about it. Oh fuck. I probably should have did that with Loperfido. Yeah, he is Frank Catalanato.
Okay.
Blue Jays GOAT, Blue Jays legend, as we all know. We're all Frank Catalanato guys. Yeah, that's Shrek. I gonna talk myself into this guy being good, I guess.
You don't have to talk yourself into any of these guys being good. Once they get to the big leagues and show if they're good or not.
What do you think the hit rate is going to be on these guys being good? I'll be happy if 2 of them are good.
Ooh, I think we can get 3 major league players out of this.
Okay.
That's not tough to say because one of them's already a major league player in Loperfido, Bloss, and then like a mix of McAdoo, Clase being a hit, and someone just being better than.
I keep forgetting we have Clase. The trades on the weekend to me, I've completely forgot about. Like I just haven't at all really paid attention to them.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Clase in AAA Buffalo so far. So
yeah, me neither.
I'll go look into that. But he is our next one on this list. Jonathan, do you say his name is Jonathan? By the way,
Jonathan Clase.
Yeah, Jonathan.
He is Taylor Trammell. A guy that just didn't really
who was in the Mariners system as well.
Yeah, just a guy that didn't pan out. I don't think Jonathan Clase is going to be that good. I really don't.
But he's a guy I'd rather see than the Baroas and.
Oh, for sure. No, 100%.
Jimenez.
I was shocked they sent him to AAA and they kept Baroa up here.
Yeah, the bat hadn't been amazing. So, Yeah, just like crazy raw speed that's more game breaking than I think some of the tools these other guys have at this point. Jacob Sharp hit a home run in his first game, a catcher, 5'7", 180 pounds.
Um,
I've got one for this.
let's hear it.
Garrett Stubbs.
Okay, yeah, I could get there. A
He's
short
just
catcher,
the same body.
short catcher, same body. Yeah, that's actually a pretty good one, actually.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Garrett Stubbs. By the way, that rocks. First home run. Just yeah, first game. Let's launch here.
Yeah.
Let's put on for the Vancouver Canadians fans. Good for him. Good for him. He might have a future.
Okay. I haven't seen anything from this guy. Cutter Coffee. He is in High Vancouver as well. An infielder, righty right, 20 years old.
Dustin Pedroia.
They just match every single team they came from, dude.
Dustin Pedroia after the injury.
Okay.
Post concussion or whatever he had. That's what he is.
Edinson Paulino, Double-A New Hampshire, lefty bat, right throw, an infielder.
Orlando Hudson.
Okay.
Just a guy, you know? Odog. Shout out Odog, by the way.
One of the coolest Blue Jays of all time. Gilberto Batista, a right-handed pitcher, 19 years old.
He's 19.
6 foot 165.
Jesse Litch.
I think he has higher upside than that.
I don't think he does, to be
He's
honest.
got some of the Baseball America guys. I've never seen him play, so said that he's got like a great.
Well, Jesse
great
Litch
arm.
was a good pitcher for like a month.
Fair.
So that's good upside. You get a month out of a guy.
I guess he made it to the big leagues. This guy might never do
Yeah.
that. So I'll
Jesse Litch.
I'll retract my statement. Josh Rivera, former Florida shortstop, a 6'2", 215-pounder, right bat, right throw, 23 years old.
Javi Baez, post Cubs career, like Tigers. Javi Baez.
Yep.
That's who I got. I got him like that. That's why I had him. I know Daz has him in his prospect ranking somewhere near there, but yeah, I have him low.
Hendrik Panango, lefty.
God, this guy rocks.
Outfielder.
This guy rocks. This guy rocks. He is probably more of like a Brandon Marsh. Defense first, power bat. I believe he's a power bat. I might have just made that up. We are never gonna see half these guys.
No,
we?
For sure not.
We are never gonna fucking see half of these dudes, bro. We're not.
No, we are
really
not gonna see half of these guys, and that's okay. Like that's the point of doing trade. Like, wasn't Nori Aoki part of the Francisco Liriano trade?
Yeah.
There's throw-in pieces that can be added in to some of these deals, but that's fair. All the players.
Why is Brandon Barriera still a top 5 prospect for the Blue Jays? That's what I want to know.
He was throwing.
Can we figure that out? Because this dude's a bum.
Which one are you looking at?
MLB.com.
No, don't look at those. They don't update those yet.
Well, they do, because they have Jake Bloss as number 3.
Sorry, they haven't I don't think they've reseeded them yet.
Yeah, get Brandon Barriera off my fucking prospect list, please. I'm begging you. Charles McAdoo up to number 14 now for the Toronto Blue Jays. So we're buzzing here. We're buzzing. RJ Shrek, 30. Cutter Coffee, 29. Yeah, we got some dogs now in the top 30. Does that mean our prospect system's good? Or does that mean
but like no one's updated it to know where the new rankings are. No, the prospect system isn't great. There's an influx of players that you're hoping you can develop into a major league player.
Yeah,
and that's
fair.
That's what you can take from that.
All right, what else do we got here?
That was it.
That was it. Okay, so let me reiterate this again because I do want to clip this. It is fine to say that Ross Atkins, you could be on both sides, that Ross Atkins had a good trade deadline, but you can also be on the side that I'm on and say that he probably should be fired for getting us here in the first place. This is a team that didn't win a playoff game his entire tenure. And now, in the middle of the prime for Bo and Vladdy, when you have these pieces around them like Gossman, Bassett, all these big pieces, you spend the money, you're in the top 10 in spending in baseball, and you are now sellers at a trade deadline in the middle of Vladdy's prime, you should probably be fired. And it is, like I said, it's completely fine to say both things, and you could agree to both things. He had a good deadline, but he should be fired. That's plain and simple. Where are you at with that, though, Avery? Like, do you think there's leeway here? Are you trusting him for 2025? Like, it just, this team is so bad, and the signs were there. Like the KK 10.5 million, the Justin Turner signing, like the signs were there. The no power bat signing was there. So like, where are you at with that?
I hate that I'm just gonna be Switzerland on this one and just stick in the middle, because I can see both things. Like, if there's reasons for him to be gone, like you've said, put him in this place, absolutely. And yeah, the free agency, the hitters haven't been fantastic in free agency. So maybe that's when you go into and get a new guy. Do you think James Click is the next in line? Because you're going to want someone in pretty soon if you want to get these deals done and you want to compete for next season. So if they genuinely believe that they're competing for next year, which you're going to have to pay a lot of bullpen guys for that to be an option, and you're going to have to spend some money there. So I think they stay with them, as much as some people are going to hate that. Nor do I don't think it's the most deserved thing, but the team had made the playoffs the last 2 seasons. One bad year, and he has a good deadline. Like, if you put that all together, and you still trust him because he did make the playoffs his last 2 seasons, that's the reason to keep going with him.
It sucks, but yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with you. But you can also say that he does deserve to be fired.
If he gets fired, I'm not surprised. If he keeps his job, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it's a result oriented business. That's what it is at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did want to touch on some of the guys that did get traded. Because we didn't talk about it. Kevin Kiermaier gone. Listen, I don't know where I stand on this personally, but getting a warm body, a human being for Kevin Kiermaier is a win in my eyes, no matter who it is. And Ryan Yarbrough is not bad.
No, he is.
I mean, he looks like Roger Clemens in this bullpen, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, like he's not bad.
No, getting someone back for him, it was perfect, more than I expected as well. But as the person going, kind of did him a good service. I don't know how long he's going to stick with what they have in Los Angeles and everyone coming back from injury there soon. But they gave him a chance to try and stick with Los Angeles, get a ring, see what's up. So again, Kevin Kiermaier, a good Blue Jay person. His second season wasn't as good as his first, and I think, unfortunately, we'll remember the bad second one more than the first because of that deal. But sad.
And again, it wasn't his fault he signed the deal. It was Ross Atkins' fault.
Hell no. If you put 10.5 million in front of you and me, we'll sign on as soon as that happens.
Yeah, dude.
The most money he ever made. Yeah.
Like, you're right, bro. You're right.
It's not his fault.
But I know, like I said, this team is dog shit. They suck. Let's talk about a positive, Avery, and we got to talk about this. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This might be one of the best versions we have seen of him. Let me back this up for you. This year, he's hitting 311, 382 on base, and a 906 OPS. In his last 7 games, Avery, he has a 538 average, a 1077 slug. Yes, Avery, a 1077 slug. In his last 15 games, he's hitting 464 with a 1018 slug and a 523 on base. In his last 30 games, 376 average, 769 slug. This guy is on a legacy run, and this is the Vladdy that we have been asking for. It just sucks that he only does it when the Jays suck.
Yeah.
But it's a joy to watch. It really is.
Special hitter, and when things are going well, when the intentional walks are back. It's like, hey, no one else in this lineup's really worth a shit to this point, so we're going to walk the guy who's the best hitter in the world right now. You can't get anything by him. I think more walks than strikeouts in the last 7 games as well. It's been so fun to watch. The 2 home runs in the doubleheader, insane swings. Like yesterday too. I mean, everything's been good for Vlad. Sorry, today I was talking about.
Yeah,
just double immediately. He's
and then a walk.
He's at the locked in factory early, and he clocks out late to this point. So Vladdy, everyone's clamoring to pay the man,
It's
and
such
probably
it's
deserves
like
it.
it's such our luck as Toronto Blue Jays fans that the best version of our superstar player is when the Jays suck.
Yeah, when
Like
they
you
don't
can't
make the
build a team
playoffs.
around them. When it's like that, it's like it sucks. But I
But
mean,
that's why you keep him. And that's also why people wanted to trade him, because based on what everything was going on, you could get an insane amount of shit for what he was
yeah.
doing. So I still won't chirp anyone to say they wanted Vladdy traded. I don't think because they think he's a bad player. Think because how the market was, you'd get
But I'm
incredible.
not trading a guy that
No,
has a
I mean, I want lifelong Blue Jays here. And it seems that it's going to easily be Vlad's the one getting the big deal, and Bo's walking. Because what was it, Shy or Ben Nicholson Smith went on the airs and said they're not close. He's not signing an extension here, and they're probably going to trade him in the offseason. And that was a little bit of a bomb that no one really ran with. So yeah, we'll repeat that on these airwaves, I guess.
yeah. I'm convinced that yeah, Bo Bichette won't be here next opening day.
Yeah,
I think they play. I don't know if he plays the rest of the year, but I feel like if he plays good for the remainder of the season, whenever he comes back, that there's a scenario where the Jays can get a pretty decent amount of a haul for him.
I almost think they don't want him to play the rest of the season. Just
Really?
I don't know anything, but think just a chalked year. He doesn't come back. If he comes back fully healthy and then continues to stink for the rest of the season, that can't help anyone involved, right?
Yeah.
I think it's just like, hey, let's chalk the season up to every time your calf was hurt and you played kind of shitty. And we know what you've done. Like the track record's there for Boba being a good major league player. No one's doubting that. So just, you know what? Stay healthy. We'll keep our good piece and get him ready to be moved.
Yeah. Yeah. That's fine.
I still don't want Bo moved, but it just
I
seems
don't want
from
to move either,
and it
man.
just seems from his camp that it unwilling to resign.
Well,
So
why? I mean, why would they keep him? Like, if you're Bo, you obviously want to be like on a good baseball team. Why would you waste your life on this poverty ass team?
yeah,
Right? Like,
he
and
is part
Vladdy
of
has the Canadian ties, right? Like Vladdy's born here. Like the city loves him. I think Vladdy's the golden boy for Toronto Blue Jays fans,
for
right?
sure. And I don't think the fans don't like Bo
Yeah, I just think like Vladdy's the golden boy. Like
for
that's just
sure.
what it is. And the thing that comes with Vladdy being the golden boy is like you have the people from Oro Medonte that hate Vladdy because he celebrates in the dugout. But yeah, it's listen, I want Vladdy to be Blue Jay for life. I do. And if Bo's not, I completely get it. He wants to be somewhere where he can win. But I feel like Vladdy is a little bit more accepting of a rebuild, retool type of thing, right?
Yep. Again, he's still super young compared to some of the guys they're calling up. Spencer Horwitz older than Vladdy is, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's just some perspective there too. Like there's more ceiling. He can get better as well as time goes on, as the approach continues. Like just think of 28-year-old Vlad, really good plate discipline, still got the pop. Like he's decently young at that point as well.
yeah. We
Um,
still, and that's 3 more years. He's 20. He's till he's 28. You know, it looks a little bit different. Yeah, but what are you happy? I've seen tons of people tweeting. I wish they traded Bassett. If they're very clear cut here, Avery, on them competing in 2025, and Bassett is a good option for you to compete in 2025. And I know people aren't going to like hearing that, especially with some of the deals. I mean, some of the trades are insane. Like what the Orioles traded for fucking Trevor Rogers
that was
was
crazy.
ridiculous.
But you're trading Trevor Rogers with 2 years of control after this.
Yeah,
That's what you're paying for. And what Norby and Stowers are just blocked from playing time. No path to playing time for them.
yeah,
Um, so it's kind of fun. I think the deal was dog shit,
yeah.
honestly.
You probably could have got way more for those two
I
guys.
yeah, I think so. But you trade them out of the league. Like they're in the NL now. You don't really have to worry about them. So
Yeah, that's
fine,
true.
I guess they'll take it as a fine piece of business, and we'll see if he can help them win. I don't think the Orioles did that great of a deadline.
Me neither. Me neither. But speaking about the Orioles, I guess we can talk about the series. I'm not going to go game by game.
Oh,
Uh,
can we say goodbye to you? Say
yeah, we did in the pod though.
I don't know. It's still.
It still hurts, and I know we
I think
talked
we all
about it.
got excited about the return, and then you see him in the Astros colors, and it's like, oh yeah, It's kind of going to suck watching
What
him.
I feel bad for at worst with Yusei is the human element of it, because he is going to essentially be a scapegoat and a punching bag for a lot of Astros fans if he's not good.
Yeah.
He is going to be hated by that fan base like crazy. We know he's a good pitcher, but the pressure on this guy now, right? I mean, we're talking he got traded for three of their best prospects, essentially, the Houston Astros. And he has to perform. They're trying to make the playoffs, trying to win a World Series. That's the Astro way. Everyone's saying your deal, like the team that traded you won the deal. I can't imagine the amount of pressure that Yusei Kikuchi is on. It has this season. It's insane, right?
Yeah. I saw his translator went with him too.
That was a good logistic. I always was going to figure that out, because the translator's a Canadian citizen. He's from here, so he's from
Yes.
Toronto. So I guess he's a Houston resident now for the rest of the.
I don't
Like,
know.
how does that work?
That's a great question. That visa's got to be figured out pretty quickly.
Because I thought he was a Toronto Blue Jays employee.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the thing they do. It's like handshake, you're fired, and you get hired over there.
Or maybe the Toronto Blue Jays still pay him technically. Maybe he's on a contract for this year.
I think you would
Someone figure that out.
I think you would have to be tied with some. But what if they got another Japanese player? That's very interesting. I would love to have him on at some point
to talk about it.
Yeah.
I would too. But yeah, I mean, we got to watch a really bad baseball team this weekend.
Yeah, Trevor Richards gone too. The Silver Fox.
Goodbye, Silver Fox. Thank you for your service, King. I mean, there's not really much to say. Last year,
Yeah.
you were dog for us. You were great. I cannot believe again we got a human being for this guy. Like 16 ERA his last 7 appearances.
Yep.
It's crazy, Avery. I can't believe we got a human body, a human body for Trevor Richards. I still can't believe it.
So I tweeted this out. The metrics always told you that Trevor Richards was a good pitcher.
Yes.
The pitch shapes, the IVB on his fastball. It's like, how does this guy get hit around? The changeup, the whiffs on his changeup, some of the swings he gets. And then he goes out and pitches, and he'll put together a couple of zeros. And then again, the longest home run you've ever seen, couple stinkers in a row. Yeah. It's like, oh man, that kind of sucks. I think Trevor Richards is a good reliever. And I'll go to the grave saying that I think he's a good reliever. It's just such a different profile than what Major League Baseball has gone to in high leverage relievers. So that middle leverage spot is just where he thrives, which is unfortunate for him. But I think he can keep pitching for a couple more years after this. He's not close to being done, I don't think.
Yeah, best of luck to the Silver Fox. But speaking about the bullpen, folks, we are watching one of the worst bullpens I've ever seen in my life. This dude, Yerry Rodriguez, who pitched today, is genuinely the worst pitcher I have ever seen in my life. Like, that's me being nice. He stinks, Avery.
he was not very
and
good
going
today.
from Paulo Espino to Yerry Rodriguez is like, I don't even know what else. Like, it's the worst 1-2 punch in the history of baseball. I don't know. It's crazy. But yeah, this series really got to show you. It's like, oh, the Baltimore Orioles, what they're doing, that's who we thought the Blue Jays would be 3 or 4 years into Vladdy and Bo. And they are just not.
Nope.
But great support cast for the Baltimore Orioles too as well. But we're talking about a Jays system that was top 3 in baseball 5 or 6 years ago, right? So
that's why, like, you can't always bet on prospects. You got to trade for some major league talent.
That's a good focal point for me right there. But just an absolute dog walking. Ernie Clement looked pretty decent. Horwitz always looks good. He's just such a good hitter. Springer's slowly starting to decline again, but he's kind of figured it out today.
He was good today. Yep.
Yeah, he was good today. But yeah, I just, there's not really much to talk about with this team. They just are bad. And then when they go to the bullpen, it's like, God damn.
Oh, dude. Yeah, man. So for work, we do gambling stuff for work. And you and I both had the Orioles to win by 2 runs or more. Yeah. And boy, was that the easiest bet of all time. Paulo Espino to this bullpen was just about as easy as it gets of a bet, and it won with ease today.
It literally was one of the easiest bets in the history of baseball. I will say, like, if you are a Blue Jays fan out there and you are a gambler, just bet against them. Like today, we talked about it. Paulo Espino pitching. Orioles were -1.5 to win by 2 or more, -120. That was the easiest bet ever, dude. Ever. I
Yeah,
can't believe that was
uh,
the odds.
yeah, had gunner bases too. He was the best against right-handed pitching. Just easy,
Just
easy
bet
as.
against them, man. Just bet
Yeah,
against them. Do you think here's a question. Do you think ticket prices are gonna drop
yeah,
like
significantly,
crazy?
like crazy. I think.
Really?
Yeah, they suck. And
I still think it's like the amount of people that live around the Rogers Center.
sure, but once everyone goes back to school, August, you won't be able to notice in August, because everyone's still in the city. It's still a fun thing to do. It's something to do in
Yeah,
Toronto.
it's an activity that is fairly cheap, like $20 tickets, right?
Yes, exactly. That's why people are gonna go. They're not there filling it up to watch a great baseball team. They're there to hang out with their friends, and that's a fine thing to do.
Yeah.
September is gonna be disgusting. The attendance.
Oh, I'm talking 10,000 fans.
Yes, that it happened even last year. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Was it a Royals series where everyone was complaining that no one was there and everyone had just gone back to school
Yes.
type of thing?
Yes.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. It's gonna be dark days for that month, I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be absolutely tough. Joey Shoperfido is gonna put asses in seats though. Then you get the Woodbridge lads to be pulling up to the ballpark. But yeah, listen, man, it's sad. This is just a bad.
It's where we're at.
It's where we're at.
Yeah.
Where we're at, unfortunately, and it's sad, and it's what we're gonna have to live with. Like man, I'm just thinking so like how many wins would you be happy with this team finished the season with? 70?
Yeah. I mean, no number's gonna be fine. Like
Yeah.
once you don't make the playoffs, it doesn't matter how many wins you had. So
We
I think
gotta we gotta shift to hate watching.
no, I think the less wins are better. And Trey is Savage, if he doesn't sign and you
Oh,
get it,
it's tomorrow.
that's more up 5. Everyone's told me not to worry, so I'm going to not worry. Obviously, we have no insight into what they're looking at
Well, he
there.
hasn't answered our DM, so I gotta think like should we say like breaking Trey Savage has not answered Gate 14's DM. We're on the ropes of him not being a Toronto Blue Jay.
Well, we knew when he didn't respond that he wasn't going to come on unless he had signed his deal. That made
Yeah.
sense. So, yeah, we have, what is this, 23 hours to find out if he's going to sign with the Blue Jays or if they're going to get the 21st pick in next year's draft, an extra
Yeah.
one.
I can't. He's one of the only 2 guys, right? That hasn't signed first round.
Yeah, him and Vance Honeycutt are the only 2 first rounders who haven't signed
That's
yet.
crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, big weekend here. Big weekend here. Must lose weekend. Toronto Blue
It's
Jays, I guess. We can go to the
at the
pitching.
Yankees, right?
What?
They're at the Yankees.
Oh fuck! I didn't even realize that.
Is that what it is? I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
they're at the Yankees, Dave.
Yeah, this is about as
Yankees just swept the best team in the NL, actually, by the way, just so everyone knows.
They are so insanely bad. They are the worst baseball team to ever play or the best. There's been no in between this season.
And let me tell you something. Right now, they're the best. They just swept. They just won a series where they faced Zach Wheeler, Aaron Nola, and Christopher Sanchez, and they won every single game pretty significant besides the one today. And Jazz Chisholm is prime Barry Bonds. So, Avery, I have never been more serious when I say this. I have never been more serious. The Toronto Blue Jays are going to get swept this weekend. They are going to get swept.
You think it continues?
Yes.
I think they steal one. I think they go 1 and 2.
Pitching matchups. Gossman versus Stroh. Oh, my God. Gossman versus Stroman. Barrios versus Rodon. And to be determined for the Blue Jays versus to be determined for the Yankees. Believe that could be Garrett Cole on the Sunday. The pitching matchups actually aren't that bad. But once you get to the bullpen, it's like, oh, shit. Okay. Here comes Yeri Rodriguez in to save the day. I think the Jays get swept at Yankee Stadium. I'm going to get ahead of it.
Yep.
And if the Jays even win 1, the Yankees should be ashamed of themselves. They really should. Because right now, Toronto Blue Jays are back to, is it 10 games below? 9.
Ooh.
9 games below 500 for the Toronto Blue Jays. Yeah, Avery, I think Toronto Blue Jays get swept. Okay, that's where I'm at with that. There's nothing really more to say.
Long weekend. Do they play Monday?
Yes. Do they?
Nope.
No, they don't play Monday.
Long weekend and they don't play Monday.
Makes sense. Then they got the Orioles. All right.
Damn it.
Well, everyone, enjoy your weekend. Love you guys, man. Thank you guys for your support. And like I said, do not let this team affect you. Go enjoy your summer. Go enjoy your long weekend. Have some pints with the fellas or the girls or whatever you guys do. And like I said, just don't let this team affect you. Enjoy the Gate 14 content we're putting out. Hopefully, full uniform vlog next week. I've got a word from Jude on that. I'm not sure. But stay tuned for that. Gate 14 for goddamn ever. Love you, boys. Stay tuned for maybe a little Joey Chopper Vito appearance next week, hopefully. So love you guys, man. See you guys next on Sunday night.